Today's hello people, how are we doing? I just want to get right into it. I hope you're doing good. Okay, I hope that you're striving, you're succeeding, and that peace and love is finding you. Today's reading is on self-reflection, a soul search in bounds to your soul. But it's like this soul search isn't really you that's searching. You're not really looking for anything. It's more of like it's a bound connection that's supposed to be, is what I've heard. But more so, let me say this. I pulled out the Hermit and the Two of Cups. I understand that it is a confirmation to continue on my path, to move in this silence, as you know, it represents he's not in a very colorful cloak or anything. He's just in a gray. He's looking inward. He got the staff. And even though along with that came the Two of Cups, the signification of a relationship, whether it is in business, it could be in business, or it could be this connection, but it's almost like it is a divine connection. It is a meant to happen connection. Yeah, you did ask for this connection to happen before you got here, but with that card, I'm feeling more like this thing that's supposed to come in for your life, or this person, it's at a time where you're going to just want to be focusing on yourself, if you understand that. So, digging into the roots of yourself, finding out what necessarily triggers you today, not before, or what you think is going to trigger you later. What is triggering you today? Finding those little pinpoints where it should be or where it shouldn't, you're able to identify. And once you identify, you do the work on that, and then it allows you to be. But the way that I do internal work, the way that I ease my mind, and I ease that because I have so many reckoning thoughts all the time. Like it's like this sea of thoughts, and when I'm in the sea of thoughts, it's generally not very hard or very obsolete, but it's like constantly portraying me to be like this other person. But the times that I'm speaking to myself, the times that I'm speaking to my angels, to the universe, to my ancestors, I feel this sort of angst, because I'm not asking for the right things, because I might be asking for too much, because I might be just not in the right timeline. But it is nothing like that. I think the Hermit card showed me that when you are alone, when you are in that self-reflection, you don't get to understand it just in one day or just in one thing. It has to be over a span of a couple days, or maybe even a couple of weeks. But I feel like this doesn't have to be everybody, but I just feel so strongly how I perceive the world in such like a fast manner. Like, I genuinely don't feel like I'm from this planet. Like, and I heard this yesterday, actually. They were talking about how we're not from this planet, but it feels like you've been here before for a little bit of time, like a couple lifetimes, but not many, because I'm just meant to show my gifts here and show them exponentially, so then the right people get to them. And at this point, I do care who gets to see my things and who gets to even hear my story or hear my words, hear my my just afflictions in general, and these sort of like matters that I'm like dealing with on my own. Not everybody needs to know what I'm going through. Not everybody needs to understand what it is I'm saying, or and honestly, coercively, nobody really needs to understand who I am. And the happiness that I get from saying that and being a truth is so astonishing, because I get to be this person of just grand gestures. I get to be this light for people, and I get to show them who they can be. It's so heartbreaking and like agonizing seeing people like turn their mouth away from speaking the right words to themselves, just because they think that it is not right, just because they think that they're gonna get called a fool. So what if you get called a fool? We're all fools to begin with. We're all a fool entering this like dandy life because we don't know. You know, we're a fool every day to just sitting in the unknown. And it's not really like, oh, once you realize this is gonna happen, or once you do this is gonna happen. It's all in the inevitably consistent framework, right? It's this like ongoing battle with your inner thoughts and your inner dialogue. And so when those thoughts are taking over, I genuinely, this is a good example. I go like this. I imagine the thought, like genuinely the whole image in my hand, little specks of people, and I take it off. All the people, the conversations, the simulation, and then I imagining it, turning it over, and like this is the energy, and it's like forming into this powder, or this like these flowers, and then I like crush it, and because the flowers are like, or the powder is like crusty or whatever, it turns into like powder. The flowers turn into powder, and then I go, and then that powder turns into glistening sparkles that just outburst onto everything around me. And it's this like alchemizing and moving with that alchemization, you know, like literally there's no point in my life that I can say that I have turned back on purpose. I don't think I've looked back, I've done this and I've done that, but at this point, feeling like I'm gonna do the same things as before, or I am gonna, and if you resonate with this, let me know. Or I'm gonna fall back into my old ways. I'm gonna keep doing these harsh things that are not only hurting me, but also hurting the me that can help the other people, and that's hurting them too. And it's this reality of like, okay, I'm here for myself. I understand a lot of people may see it as however they want to see it, as an example, it being an experience. But being much more than an experience, I am the experience. I am the blueprint. You are the experience. You are the blueprint. You are a walking, talking, speaking, breathing set plan of instructions that if anybody wants to see that, they can see that. But you have to open yourself up first. Open your mind and open your heart in order to contain what is meant to be, and allow whatever else to be flushed away, you know? And that's why I resonate so fucking much with water. I'm sorry. I just love water. I love water. Whether it is by the bay with that dirty ass water, by the boats, like I'll sit there any day and draw because I'm hearing the water. I literally love drinking water. I literally love going to the beach. I love just swimming there. Like, I'll literally be that person that's all the way out in the middle of the ocean, and the lifeguards are telling them to come back because it's too far away, and I'm like, I'm good, I'm just floating here. And I'm literally just floating. And to have that, like, I was about to say DK, but it's more of like, more than a gift, honestly. Sometimes I can't really take out the words, and it's like, I know I have to take a second to just redial back and come to all my thoughts, because I like exponentially risen to the other side, not knowing that I left all these inner thoughts there. But as you can tell, I'm working on it. I'm working on moving forward, slowly but surely, elaborating all the ins and the outs, and the outskirts, the inskirts, the in-betweens, the voids. And then when I am at the other side, it's much more greater. It's like waiting, you can't just take the bread out. Fucking, I'm sorry, I keep cursing, my bad. My bad. I just get too excited. You can't take out the freaking bread or whatever in the oven like way too early, or even cooking an egg. Like, you need to wait to cook the egg. Like, you're not gonna eat a raw egg. You're not gonna eat a raw egg. You're not gonna eat raw bread, okay? Genuinely. I don't know if you do that, but I'm not gonna do that. If you want it to be good, like, I got a box of bread mix. Speaking of which, I got this yesterday, and I'm gonna make bread later, but this is so fucking good. Oh my god, I'm literally so excited. I could eat the whole thing in one sitting. I'm not gonna lie. But obviously not gonna do that. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But I love eating it with strawberries and like the cream. Anyways, you're not gonna cook this for less than whatever time you need to. Less than 20 minutes, like, you gotta let it be, you gotta check it, and still be in that preparation mode from 1 to 10 whenever it is done. And so in that time period of like consultation, working it out, speaking it out, letting it frolic, letting it fly loosely. And yeah, it's gonna be so good once you sit down, have a nice view. Oh, I'm sorry. Have your cup of tea, have your piece of bread, and it's gonna taste so motherfucking good. Like, you gotta just wait, be patient, let the abundance flow through you, so that when it is that time, when it is that moment to receive it completely, all in all. But it's like, you've been receiving, you've been letting yourself open, but it's like, the process. It's the process that you've been detaching from, to be able to see it from a bigger other different perspective. But yeah, just remember, everything that you do, like, it doesn't need to be for the entire world. Everything that you do doesn't need to be for everybody to see. Like, all the things that you are, it doesn't need to be for everybody. Like, you're not for everybody, okay? There are people out there who are not going to understand. There are people out there who are, this is what I was talking about in my other last video, but like, people that stay stuck in their cycles, in their limbo, and their little things. Like, you might be there to abrupt that cycle. You might be there to maybe for a second show them that they can be greater, show them their light. But even though, we might do all this work, we might put all this effort, we might do all of this, and it's not being taken for granted. Like, God is watching, the universe is watching, your ancestors got you. But once we show ourselves that, we have to put these boundaries, we need to put up these like certain like gates. I don't like putting up walls anymore, because when I put up a wall, I'll build that shit up like, and it won't just be one wall. It's gonna be 5 bricks and then they're gonna be all proud. Like, it's gonna be a big ass massive wall, you know. But like, that's my own shit I gotta deal with. Sorry, I keep cursing. Sorry. But like, a gate that, you know, these boundaries, these lines that people cannot cross. Like, maybe I should put up this big ass wall so like they can't cross. And whenever it is, I am able to tear that wall down. Only I and me, myself, and I can tear that wall down. And even God and the universe could help me. But besides that, 15:15, I was looking at the time. And, you know, you don't, like, do these things and, like, let them be fleeting, you know? You know that it's fleeting, so that's why you just intake as much as you can, and you, like, sit with time as much as you can. I want to show you this. I don't know. Do you see that? Just scribbles. I was on the phone with somebody that I didn't want to be on the phone with. And you're gonna see these signs that things are not for you. I don't generally like draw stuff like this, especially like dark matter things, but like this genuinely has a dark matter in it. There's a dark energy in this drawing because the person that I was speaking to, like, it wasn't, I didn't want to be on the phone with them, and I was just like trying to get it over with. And I was like, I remember like being on the call and looking like I have to do something, and so it's like I'm creating all these lines, and this person is crossing all of them, and I was allowing them to. And just a simple phone call too. You see how like how high vibrational and high frequency you carry in like this high energy that you are walking in all the time. So that is why we don't allow people to cross our boundaries. We might be able to learn from them, because clearly I learned. Like we have to learn for ourselves. We have to learn for our selves to see, but also in that seeing and in that being, we know, we reflect, we hold this capacity that we're able to just exploit at any time. And when we do it for the wrong reasons, to the wrong people, for the wrong people, we're gonna be shown fairly quickly, way before it moves on to the next stage or on that other side. You know, it's like this perpetual cycle that they want to carry themselves in, and they want to drag you in there too. But you do not allow those energies to come near you, or to even want to like resonate with you, or kind of like copy. And I'm getting this sense of like people want to like do what you do, but only because they see what it's doing for you, and when they see what it does for them, they're gonna turn it and they're gonna pin it back on you, saying, oh, but this is this and this and yada yada. Who told you to do that? Who told you to go and do that? Okay, it's like you're not gonna, maybe as a little kid immaturely I would say, yeah, I'm gonna go jump off a bridge because my friend told me to do so, you know. And like now, this just realizing that even if people here in this world take it as something small, take it as a small accomplishment, it is much more than an accomplishment to you. It is a whole risen factor. Like, whoa, like this factual new being allows you to create boundaries, and with those boundaries you're able to not only compromise but afflict the negative and the inboundless, you know. I don't know where the fuck, I mean, shit, I mean, freckles. Anyways, I was just having a tough morning. I can't lie to you guys. I had a tough morning. You know, somebody wouldn't be in my ear talking all this stuff. Like, Who told you? Who told you to do that? Definitely not me. You just went off, frolicked, found, copied, and no, sir, no. No, ma'am. No, sir, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. Continue sitting in this delightful energy that you continue carrying yourself in. You are fucking amazing. You are fucking amazing. You are beautiful. You are freaking majestic, and you're just beautiful. I like to sit here for a moment, okay? Because you are beautiful. You are so beautiful. And I don't think nobody tells you enough. Like, maybe this is just me, or maybe it's not, or maybe it is, or maybe it's just you. But the beauty, like the way that your face is, the way that your lines move on you, the way that you just move naturally with yourself and not let the wind take you. Like, you are so beautiful. In and out, all over, down, head to toe. You are sexy, beautiful, gorgeous, intelligent, and in this abstract way, I admire you. I admire you a lot. And yeah, if nobody's told you today, you are beautiful times 100, times 1,000,000. And peace and love, my beautiful people. Until the next video.